Sports fans, college bowl games are taking place across the country, and that includes the Sugar Bowl, with Notre Dame facing the Georgia Bulldogs on New Year's Day this Wednesday. The teams both in New Orleans right now doing their final practices and walkthroughs. This is the final quarterfinal for the first ever 12-team college football playoffs. The WSBT-22 sports team is in New Orleans getting us ready for game day. Sports director Pete Byrne joining us live. Pete, this is a huge game for the players and coaches.
Well, John, you can say that again. Greetings from New Orleans, where we're just a little more than 48 hours away from kickoff between the Irish and the Bulldogs in the Sugar Bowl. As you mentioned, the Irish arrived here in New Orleans yesterday, about 24 hours ago, and they're now making their final preparations for this big game. The team had a chance to be on the turf today inside the Superdome. They held a practice, which we had an opportunity to watch. I would say it was more of a walkthrough than actual practice. The Irish were in shorts and T-shirts. I think getting the lay of the land as much as anything as they prepare to play in this huge atmosphere on Wednesday night. And make no mistake about it, both of these teams are well versed in playing in atmospheres like this. Of course, the Irish took on Indiana a week ago Friday night in the college football playoff with the entire nation watching. The week before that, Georgia took on Texas in the SEC championship game. So both of these teams know what's at stake. We had a chance to visit with several of the Irish football players prior to their practice this morning. We'll be bringing you several of their comments throughout the next 48 hours. But one thing was clear, the Irish are confident, they are focused, and they are very excited for the opportunity to compete in what will be the biggest game that any of them have ever played in.
I've played in huge games like this before. It's just exciting. You got to control the nerves and things like that going into the game, but I'm excited for this game.
This is one of the reasons I came back. I was expecting big games, great talent, great players, big stage. It's the reason I came back.
Oh, I'm super excited. A lot of people come to Notre Dame to play games like this. We worked really hard to get here, and I'm glad we're here, and we're just, playing as hard as possible to have another opportunity after this.
How can you compete for a national championship? And this was the best place for me to be able to do that. And shoot, if you'd have told me a year from now I was, in the Sugar Bowl, I'd say you're exactly right. That's why I committed to Notre Dame.
Riley Leonard has been all smiles down here in New Orleans since arriving. Of course, he grew up in nearby Alabama. He's going to have a lot of friends and family here to watch him play on Wednesday night. And we've got lots more coverage coming up for you over the next 90 minutes. When we come back at 5 o'clock, we'll hear from Gabriel Rubio, who will essentially take over from Captain Riley Mills, who was injured in the last game. We're also going to hear with All-American safety Xavier Watts at 6 o'clock, as well as the Irish running back tandem of Jadarian Price and J.D. Love. So that's all coming up in the next 90 minutes. But for now, reporting live in New Orleans, I'm Pete Byrne, WSBT-22 Sports.
I'm Pete Byrne from WSBT-22 News. For more Notre Dame stories, like and subscribe to the WSBT-22 YouTube page. Thanks for watching.